Hello, Dr. Wade. So this is for my topic 1, assignment 1 video. And we're going to be focusing on the ACA, which is the American Counseling Association ethical codes, as well as the ASCA ethical standards for school counselors. So the ACA Code of Ethics has 8 different sections in it, and I am going to break down some of the key components of each section. So in section A, some of the key components, that section is the counseling relationship, and some of the key components of that section is it covers the counselor's rights, informed consent, boundaries, and advocacy. In section B, which is confidentiality and privacy, that covers client confidentiality, expectations, and record keeping. Section C, which is professional responsibility, that outlines counselors' competence, ethical practice, and continuing education. Section D, which is relationship with other professionals. This is going to cover collaboration and professional integrity. Then we have section E, which is evaluation, assessment, and interpretation. This provides guidelines for administering and interpreting assessments. Then we have section F, which is supervision, training, and teaching. This is details, responsibilities of supervisors, educators, and trainees. Then second to last section, we have section G, which is research and publication. This discusses ethical research, practices, and publication integrity. Then our last section for the ACA ethical codes, we have distance counseling, which is section H, distance counseling, technology, and social media to be exact. And this covers ethical considerations for online counseling and technology use. Then we have we have 9 sections for this, and it is resolving ethical issues, and this addresses ethical decision-making and resolving violations. And those are the 9 ethical code sections for the American Counseling Association ethical codes. Then we're going to go into the details of the ASCA ethical standards for school counselors. We have responsibility to students, which emphasizes student welfare, confidentiality, and quality. Then we have responsibilities to parents / guardians, school, and staff. This covers collaboration, professional development, and self-care. Then we have school counselors' ethical responsibilities to colleagues and professional associates. This will cover focuses on ethical teamwork and professional relationships. Then we're going to go into school counselors' ethical responsibilities to the school, community, and family. And this discusses advocacy, culture competence, and community involvement. Then we have school counselors' responsibility to the profession, which addresses professional conduct, integrity, and self-improvement. Then we have maintenance of standards. This outlines ethical decision-making and adherence to the ASCA standards. So we're going to get into now what it means to me, the ACA ethical codes and the ASCA ethical standards for school counselors. What those two mean to me, both of those are very important when it comes to being a counselor, whether it's a CIT counselor in training or a licensed therapist. They're both very important to adhere to, research, read on. I think even once you become a licensed counselor, that you should still go back and research those things so that you can become familiar with it. That's all you need to keep up with your training and your education so that you are making sure that you're still upholding these ethical standards as a counselor. To me, the ACA Code of Ethics and the ASCA ethical standards sets the tone for counselors and how we are to uphold ourselves with our clients professionally. I consider my counselor disposition strengths to be self-awareness, culture diversity, and empathy. For me, self-awareness is very important. You want to be aware of your own behavior, your own patterns, your own attitude when you're dealing with clients who may feel as though, it's like first time in therapy, especially those type of clients. You want to make sure that you're aware of how you're conducting your own self so that they feel more comfortable. Culture diversity I see as a strength for myself, because with me living in Louisiana, we have a lot of different cultures within one big state, so I feel I'm familiar with that. And then empathy, I've always been raised to be a very empathetic person, and I just feel as though that's one of my biggest strengths. Two areas that I can grow in is psychological fitness and flexibility. Professional identity, CITs need to make sure that we are demonstrating, mandatory attendance and promptness in everything that we do as far as like participation with, meeting those type of requirements. So I would make sure that I'm getting in that field experience, making sure that I'm keeping up with my trainings and my education to further along my professional identity. Benefits of becoming a member of the American Counseling Association is personal development, networking opportunities, and job and career support. Those things are very important to me as they all kind of form into, making you one of the best counselors that you can be. No one is perfect. You can grow in all areas of your life, no matter how much experience that you have. But having these type of background will definitely help you in that process of becoming, a great, sustainable, professional, competent counselor. When using technology to be a counselor, it can be very difficult dealing with, you have internet issues. That's like the basis of, dealing with technology. But also, you have to make sure that not only you, but your client understands the confidentiality of it all and the boundaries, and let them know that, make sure they're in a room by themselves, make sure that it's only you and the client who can hear what's going on in the room, just so that not only you, but the client is also upholding these ethical standards that are set in place for a reason to protect both parties that are involved. Thank you, Dr. Wade, for listening. Have a great day.